Hello, students. I am Kundan Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of BBA, College of Management, IIMT Group of Colleges, Greater Noida. So basically, I teach economics and EBS to the BBA or undergraduate courses. So here we will study one of the topic from EBS, that is e-waste and its prevention. So we will going to discuss about this topic today. So the agenda for today is we will study this course or this topic in 2-3 modules, and one by one we can discuss what we will going to discuss in this videos. The first one, we will try to define what is e-waste. Then we will come to know that how much e-waste are we generating and why. So globally, how much e-waste are generated, that we will discuss in this topic. Then what is the impact e-waste has on economy and environment and human health. So we will learn the aspects of e-waste on economy, environment and human health. Then we will study about the different countries approaching e-waste problem. So e-waste is a problem throughout the globe. So different countries have different approach. So we will learn about that here. Then we will study about the recycle that you have already studied in your junior classes, that triple R concept, that reduce, recycle and reuse. So the second aspect is recycle that we will use in the second module. And here we will study about what are the current rate of recycling globally. So how much of e-waste is recycled throughout the globe. Then we will study about what are the main challenges to recycle. Since e-waste is a very complex waste, or you can say there are so many challenges related to that we will study in this topic. Then what are the elements of well-functioning recycling system? Since there are so many challenges, so functioning of a e-waste management system is a very challenging task. Then we will study about what is the role of consumer in increasing recycling. So consumer is the key, or you can say the center of the all the process. So we will study about that also. Then we will use about, or we will learn about the reuse and repair. So here we will study about why repair and reuse is preferable to recycling. So we'll get to know the aspect of reuse rather than recycling the same thing. Then we will study about what is the hindering the repair of old or broken product. So sometime we will get to know, or we experience that we are not able to repair our product, so that we will get to know here only. Then what initiative exists globally and your country that promote the repair and reuse of e-products? So globally, what are the initiative taken by the government, the civil society and the consumer, and also in India, like our country. Okay. Then we will study about what is the role of manufacturer and lawmaker and how can consumer influence them. So there are three pillars of e-waste, like the consumer, that is the focus, and the second one, the manufacturer, and also the government, those who frame the law regarding the e-waste and e-products. Then we will study about the reduce aspect of the triple R. So what are the challenges and opportunity for delivering circularity on a global scale? Then we will, what is the role of innovation and what type of innovation can help solve the e-waste crisis? So we also get to know about this in this topic. And how do personal action and attitude make a big difference? So each and every consumer, if they act personally, it will create a big difference that we will study in this topic. Now we will come to the point, that is what is e-waste. So you must be come across that e-waste is electronic products that are unwanted, not working, and nearing or at the end of their useful life. So it is all the product, including like those we don't want it and not working, and something that is useful life has been ended. Okay. Like computer, television, you must having this experience of this computers and televisions. VCR, this is the VCR, video cassette recorders, or you can say video cassette player, VCP. So this was the past that we have experienced. Maybe you are not experienced, or you have not seen this VCR or VCP. Some of you maybe. Then we have a stereo, copiers and fax machine are everyday electronic products. So fax machine you may not have seen, but yes, it was existed 10 years back. Now it is not in use, but yeah, these are the parts of e-waste. These are the electronics that after use become the e-waste, and these are the main parts of e-waste. Then we will know that how much e-waste are we generating and why. So we will get to know here that how much of e-waste we are generating here. So you can see in 2019 only we have generated 53.6 million metric tons of e-waste. So you have to write Gates the answer that how many Eiffel Tower can be made with this 53.6 million metric tons of e-waste. I'm talking about the e-waste only, that electronic waste. So can you guess? Here the answer is 4,500 Eiffel Tower can be built by the you can imagine 45,000 Eiffel Towers, and you must be knowing about the Eiffel Tower, which is located in the heart of France, Paris, right? Then how much and where is e-waste generated? So the main question is that where we are generating more e-waste. So you can see here, this is the 53.6 metric ton, or you can say the 7.3 kg per capita. Like each and every individual across the globe has generated 53.6 metric ton of total e-waste. But if you go through the different part of the world, then the highest is Asia, that is 24.9 metric ton. Then the least one is Oceania, like 0.7 metric ton. And the same Africa is 2.9 metric ton, America 13.1 metric ton, Europe is 12 metric ton. And this is data from 2019. Then we will get to know that if you look at the e-waste generation in a different region, the story changes. Like the different parts of the world have different population. So the per capita is very surprising. You can see here, like Europe rank first with 16.2 kg per person. Here we can see 7.3 kg per capita throughout the world, but the Europe is the first with 16.2 kg per person. Then Australia and Oceania 16.1 kg near to the Europe. Then we will come to know about the America, that is 13.3 kg. Then Asia, each person generated just 5.6 kg. Then the lastly in Africa, individual generated only 2.5 kg of e-waste per capita. So here the Europe ranks third, but here it in per capita generation, it is on the top due to the less population of Europe. And the same with the Oceania and America. Oceania is the Australia and Oceania is the combined. Okay. Then study the infographics below. Which income group correspond to you? Is this an accurate representation of the amount of electronics you own? So here we will get to know about that we have segregated the income level of the people in a 5 category. That is high income, high or middle income, middle income, or low income. There is a correlation between the income and the e-waste used by the person. If you are in a higher income group, the chances that you are using more electronics and in the process you are generating more e-waste. So you can see here, this is the income level that is $51.58 and it is 2.8, right? So the infographic shows that the amount of income is directly related to the e-waste you are producing. Then we will come to know about the why do we generate e-waste. So main reason we want to know about here. So the first reason we can definitely say that the more the electronics we are using this day, because our economy becoming electronic based, our system like education, healthcare, economy, transport, and everything is becoming digital. So in that process, we are tends to use more of electronics devices, and the process in that process we are generating more of electronics. So this is the higher consumption rate of electronic enabled equipment. So then short life cycle, like the electronic products don't have longer time duration or longer life lifespan. So this is one of the reason. And the third one is the few repair options. So today we are purchasing any electronics and we don't think about the repair, because the first one is the repairing is itself a tedious task and it is also a costly affair for most of the time. So these are the three reasons. First one is the higher rate of consumption of electronic devices, then the shorter life cycle, and third one is the problem in the recycling. Then what do we throw away? So here we will try to know about the category of the e-waste, that how much category we have segregated each category. So the 6 main category that we have segregated here. The first one is the temperature exchange equipment, that all the equipment that are related to the temperature, that is fridge, air conditioners and heat pumps, generated 10.8 metric e-waste in 2019. That 53.6 metric ton of e-waste, out of which 10.8 metric ton e-waste was generated from where? The temperature exchange equipment. You can see everywhere in your home, in your malls and your theater, or everywhere in your railway buses. We are using temperature exchange equipment throughout the globe. So these are the equipment which generated. So you can see here, these are the ACs vent outside the office or your home. You can easily see here. So there are refrigerator also in this category. Then the second category comes is the screen and the monitor. So these are the television, monitor, laptop, notebook, and tablets. So one of the screen that I am using for the presentation, and you must be using the some or other screen for watching this video. So in that way, you have television in your home, monitor, laptop, and notebook and tablet. So in that way, in 2019, we have generated 6.7 metric ton of e-waste by a screen and monitor. You can see here, this is your desktop. Then these are your mobile phones, watches, smart watches. So this way we are generating e-waste, screen and monitor. Then the third category is lamps. Lamps includes all the lights. Okay. So that is fluorescent lamp, high intensity discharge lamp, LED lamps. So everywhere we have light, different colors. So these are the part of lamps. And in that way, we have generated 0.0 metric e-waste in 2019. And you can see these are the different source of light. Then the fourth category is the large equipment. Like we can say that the washing machine. Every day, the clothes you are wearing is the and that is the part, that is the role that washing machine plays in your lab. Dryers, then dishwasher, electronic stove, printer, photovoltaic panel, like the photovoltaic cell you saw on your street light, right? So these are the fourth category, and in that way we have generated 13.1 metric ton of e-waste in 2019. And you can see this is the famous washing machine, you can easily see here. So these are the example of large equipment. Then fifth one is the small equipment, like microwaves, fan, toaster, saver, scale, calculator, radio, camera, and toys. So these are the parts. And in that way, we have generated 17.4 metric ton of e-waste in 2019. And these are the parts you can see. This is your mixer grinder, and this is your microwave oven. So the sixth category, that is small IT and telecommunication, which is very important because everybody is having mobile phone in their pocket, or maybe the smart watches, or you must be having at least one mobile phone in your pocket. I am very sure. And somebody is having even tablet and laptops, or 2 or 3 mobile phones. So this is the reason that we have generated 4.7 metric ton of e-waste from these small IT and telecommunication devices like mobile phone, routers, smartwatch, tablet, and ebook in 2019. And you can very much see it's your iPhone and your iWatch. Then astonishingly, the small equipment such as toaster and electronic brushes are currently that generating the most e-waste. Why do you think that is? So this is because uh, this is because it is the part which is used by most of the people, right? So this is the reason we are generating e-waste, right? From small equipment such as toaster and electronic brushes. Then the next one we will get to know about here, that yet e-waste is not just a rich country problem for two main resources. It is we will get to know about that it is not the problem of so you must be wondering that it is just a rich country problem, because we in one of the slide we have discussed that the more income and the e-waste generation is more related to the, it's very much related to the income of the person, and in that way the rich country is having more problem. You must be thinking about that, but that is not the case. And this is the two reason here. The first one is the lifestyle changes and consumption growth. Similar behavior will increasingly be replicated in emerging and developing countries. So you must be heard about the somebody's using electronics in US or American country, but the same lifestyle has been copied by the developing countries. So this is one of the reason that it's not a problem of uh, developed countries only. So this is one reason. And the second one is the e-product and e-waste travel across border. Appliances are often produced in the developing economy. You must be know about the China is the manufacturer, or you can say the factory of the world, and sold and used elsewhere. So China is producing the iPhone and other devices, and it is sold across the globe and then exported back to the developing state and second-hand product or e-waste. So when the product is manufactured in the developing country, then it's uh, exported to the developed country for use, and after that it is again back to the developing country as a second hand product or the e-waste. So these are the two main reasons why it is not a problem of only developed country. Okay. The second one, let's now have look at the challenges and opportunity for tackling e-waste. Okay. So you can see here we have generated 53.6 metric ton, that is 7.3 kg per capita e-waste in 2019. And very much clear that we have only e-waste recycled only 17.4%, that is 9.3 metric ton of e-waste, and the rest, that is 44.3 metric ton, or you can say 82.6% of the waste. We don't have any documentation for that. So you can see that there is a very huge gap between the e-waste we have generated and the recycled we have done in 2019. So very huge gap. Then e-waste impact on our economy, society, and environment. So definitely environment, resource loss during production. So when e-waste, or you can say the electronics produced, those there are so many losses. Then e-waste contain toxic or additive or hazardous substances. You must be know about that. There are so many substances that we use in the electronics that are hazardous. Then you can see here the 0.05 thousand ton amount of mercury from the unaccounted flow of e-waste. So you can say this much of mercury has been uh, not been accounted. Okay. Then we can have 98 metric ton of CO2 equivalents can be potentially reduced from the inferior recycling and undocumented freezes and air condition. So if we have recycled all this, then we have saved 98 metric ton of CO2 emission. Then the second one is the impact of on people, that e-waste is managed mostly by the informal sector. So there is no formal sector. So you must be know about the informal sector, most of the work done by manually. So e-waste is often handled under the inferior condition with the severe health impact on the workers. So that affect the workers in different conditions like olfactory memory, then DNA damage and changes in gene expression or hearing losses, rapid onset of blood coagulation, or cardiovascular regulatory changes. So there are some problem that a human can experience while working with the e-waste. Okay. So these are the one of the problems. So for the e-waste has also have impact on the economy, and that is, we know that the electronic devices that uses a chip have so many valuable elements like gold, copper, or aluminum. So these are the metals that are extracted from the mines and they are purified from ores. So they are the expensive and polluting process for the metal extraction in fossil fuels, or you can say the inefficient treatment of e-waste. You can see here like 10 billion USD dollar potential value that could be recovered, and 4 metric estimated amount of raw material that could be available for recycling. And in that way, we could have saved 15 metric ton of CO2 emission. And you see here aluminum and copper iron. So according to the global e-waste monitors 2020, only 10 billion USD dollar worth of material has been recovered by cycling, but the amount could be 57 billion US dollar. So you can see the gap between the amount we could recover, but we have actually recovered from recycling. So the challenges are immense, but so far the opportunity, as you know, there is a huge gap between 10 billion and 57 billion. So there are so many opportunity also to prevent reuse, recycle of e-waste, offer may benefits for society, economy, and the planet. So there are 100 times more gold in a tons of mobile phone than in a tons of gold ores. So, you know, gold is a metal which is extracted from the ore, and you can easily understand the ore have so many impurities like sand, soil, and all. So if you will collect ore of 1 ton, and if you collect a 1 ton mobile phones. So mobile phone will give you more gold than 100 times more gold than the one you can say 1 ton gold, 1 ton gold of ore of golds. Okay. The recycling of iron, aluminum, and copper contributed to the net saving of 15 million tons of CO2 emission. So we have saw this in the previous slide also. So most e-waste ends up in developing countries and is handled by informal worker. Proper e-waste management will improve safety and health, upgrade a skill, and increase income of the millions of informal workers. So it is also the sector we can generate more a skill, and we can employ more technology, and we can develop innovative system, or you can say the innovative recycling process. So this was the video. Thank you for your patience.